Why do I need a guru? Wouldn't it be better to go straight to God? Well, the first question is, no, you don't need a guru. But when you want God, how do you go straight to Him? It's very difficult to thread your way around all those pitfalls of karma and to know what will take you in the right direction and what will take you away from that right direction. Many people feel that they're absolutely right and they've been guided inwardly, but it's the wrong thing for them. A guru's guidance is very important, but then there's something much more important in the need for a guru. We have to get out of our ego to find God. We've got to realize that He has become us, that we are not our ego, that we are He. We have to transfer this self-consciousness into His consciousness, so that we feel that everything we are, everything we think, everything we do, it's He doing it through us. Now the ego, there's a story my guru told me about a man who was bothered by a demon, and there's a Vedic ceremony he remembered which he performed to get rid of the demon, and he uttered these mantras into some powder and then cast the powder onto the demon. And the demon laughed. He said, before you could even say your incantations, I myself got into that powder. And so it is that our ego is already infected with the disease that we're trying to overcome. You need a doctor if you're diseased, because he has enough detachment from you to be able to see what the problem is. And even doctors go to doctors when they're unwell. But in spiritual matters, it's much more important. You can fall for one lifetime if you're a mountain climber and come back in another body and try again. But when you fall spiritually, it can take you quite a few lifetimes finally to come back to where you were. If you die, I talked about a fallen yogi earlier, if you die with regret and wishing to find God, then you will be brought back quickly. But if you die wanting money or sex or fame or all those things, then you go into a sort of a detour. I remember Mr. Cuaron in Mexico City, he was a disciple of our guru, Paramhansa Yogananda, and Yogananda said, I lost sight of you for a few lives, but now I've found you and I'll never lose sight of you again. And every now and then Mr. Cuaron would say, you remember, you promised. Master said, I promised. But the thing is that Master knew that now he had reached the point where he was not going to stray anymore. But you can stray, and that causes much suffering. Judas, for having betrayed Christ, had to suffer for 2,000 years. Yogananda said he knew him in India, and he was liberated in that lifetime. He was sent to another guru who Jesus appeared to him and said, free my disciple, and so he did. And some of the other disciples sort of jeered at him, laughed at him for his attachment to money, and the guru said, don't. He suffered enough. But he still had that attachment, but he overcame it by helping other people with money instead of seeking it for himself, and he became liberated. But it can take time. Why go through all that time? The guru can help to spare you much, much suffering. And it was said by Swami Shankaracharya, Adi Shankara, the first Shankara, that the greatest blessing in the three worlds, causal, astral, physical, is to have a true guru. So don't deprecate the importance of this great, great blessing.